Welcome back to Super Sanctuaries on Pets.tv. All of these horses were given up on, and some were abused. Leo Grillo, the founder of Delta Rescue, set up Horse Rescue of America in 1988 to give them a good home and a place to roam.
And mostly horses end up poorly. Here we keep them to the very, very end. We do everything we can to keep them alive. We have care for life for these horses that we have.
There are all kinds of horses here at the Horse Rescue.
The biggest and the smallest. Look at that. Oh, this little baby girl. Oh. This is Max. This is baby Max. This is his mama Ruby. And that's Daddy Caramel. And this was a family that was pretty much abandoned.
It's a common story in a tough economy. A horse owner runs into money problems, so who do you think suffers first?
They're actually abandoning horses. They're taking them out and letting them go out of horse trailers in the desert. And the horse likes to run for a few minutes, and then he figures out, what am I going to do? So horses have been showing up in strange places. Some are hit by cars even. But they're abandoning them the way they abandon dogs and cats.
But some owners don't even have a need for their horse anymore and won't even bother to find them another home. And then there's horses like Flea. After being in the rodeo, Flea wasn't very good at being around people. But maybe it was the people that were the problem.
I knew. I said, hey, we got a bucking horse coming in. He's already struck one guy and he's going up. And they said, stay away from him. But he's eating carrots from my hand. To get them to behave, you have to let them know that you're the leader of the herd who will protect them.
Now this horse is standing in soft sand because it's easier on his injured leg. From little things like that to regular visits from the vet, horses here are cared for from head to hoof.
A lot of these horses have not been, I wouldn't say abused, I don't know if they've been abused, but they've probably been used rather harshly in their lives, maybe pushed more extremely than some other horses might have been. And so when they get to a certain age, they're a little more, they're a little more arthritic. So you have to have a little, you have to allow them to put their foot down for a second and rest.
Of course, not every horse can be healed, but even if they're not as healthy as the others, no one gets abandoned here.
Dogs and cats, they interact. These guys here, they have their own way, and so people don't give them any credit for having feelings, and they're very, very deep. An animal, to me, an animal is an animal. If it's a mouse, or a dog, or a cat, or a horse, a mountain lion, a coyote, a bird, it doesn't matter. The bigger those eyes are when you look in them, a big horse with those big brown eyes looking at you, how can you not help them? All kinds of people know about when you get around horses, you feel good. There's a reason.
Next, find out how these friendly felines who were once abandoned and abused found their way to this amazing rescue, where they now have a home for life when Super Sanctuaries returns right after this. Closed captioning provided by